Decide after enough deliberation and stick to it. You cannot be wishy-washy and become truly successful. That's just not going to happen. Why? Well, opportunities flash into existence all the time, but they disappear just as quickly. You can't waste a tremendous amount of time analyzing what could be, what could possibly happen, and other contingencies. You have to study your options, figure out what's at stake, but you have to decide. You have to make a decision. The toxic effect of analysis paralysis. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you're looking for more data to decide on a problem or an opportunity? You think that if you get enough information, your decision will be the right one. What you're doing is you're just giving yourself an excuse to hold off on making a call. There will never be a point where knowing everything will make all the risks disappear. Forget it. That's just not going to happen. You have to decide now. Similarly, you will not stumble upon that magic bullet piece of data that will clarify everything for you. There's no data that will make sure your next move will be a slam dunk. It would be great if such information existed, but there isn't. The key here is to not freak yourself out when deciding. Set a deadline, but make sure that it's not too close so that you end up intimidating yourself. On the other extreme, make sure that it's not too distant, because if you hold off on deciding by setting up a date too far in the future, you're probably going to be as unprepared when that day comes as you are now. You end up attending to all sorts of things. Pick the right date. Decision means action. When you decide, you're not just going through some sort of mental exercise. When you decide, you commit to taking action. That's the bottom line. You haven't really decided if you do not take action or take on risk. You know you've decided when you are ready to make a move and face the consequences. It also means that you're prepared to say no to things that throw you off or distract you from your new goal. In other words, making a decision means making a commitment. This is not an easy thing. When you commit, you prepare for setbacks. You know that things can and do fall apart, so you're going to go into this situation prepared for all sorts of contingencies. At the very least, you're going to come in prepared to improvise, innovate, or negotiate. Regardless of what you do, please understand that deciding or making a decision doesn't mean expecting things to be smooth sailing. That's not commitment. Making a decision also means knowing when to stop. While deciding means you're going to be taking action and you're committing to the long haul, it also means that you are committing to know when to stop. There has to be a limit to your actions if things are not panning out. This prevents you from sticking to an impossible situation that robs you of opportunity costs. Opportunity costs are real. You can't continue to do something that has an eventual payoff of $2 when you could have stopped and chose to do something else that pays $100. Understand that when you decide, this includes committing to knowing when to stop. Key points to remember. When you commit, please understand that your commitment speaks volumes about your character. What kind of person do you want to be? What kind of person do you imagine yourself to be? Understand that this image that you would like for yourself is in danger if you do not know how to commit. If you keep changing your mind or if you quit too easily, you're never going to establish this character that you would like for yourself. It's personal. People might think you're great. They might compliment you. But deep down inside, you know that you suck because you can't commit. You know there's something wrong with you because you can't go all the way. Make it personal. There has to be some sort of personal sting from within to make you stick to what you committed to.